Hey, I am TC, your girlfriend, not girlfriend, and the most honest F buddy you've never had. Today's topic, the best no strings attached mindset, how to remain unbothered. Let's get into it. The first thing to think about, which I've talked about before, is remembering why you entered into this in the first place and remain detached from expectation. So, what does that mean? That means that whatever reason you thought a friends with benefits relationship was a good idea, go with that. Remember that. Your brain, as it gets more comfortable, is going to try to forget about that and make you think you want more. But remember, that's just a thought, sis. It's just a thought. And you have free will to think otherwise. Remember what you thought about when you decided it was a good idea to enter into this friends with benefits relationship, and detach yourself from expecting him to change or him to want more or what you feel like he should be doing as a friends with benefits, what you feel like the level of intimacy that you guys have reached includes. Detach yourself from all of that. It's okay to ask for, if you want certain things, like, hey, I want Fridays. Like, I want Friday evenings. I want us to like go out somewhere because I'm just tired of being cooped up in the house. All right, cool. You want to go out on a date? You want to be cute? That's fine. But detach yourself from expecting things of that person. Because once you start putting expectations like, oh, I expect him to think about me this much during the day, or I expect him to want something from us, or oh, I expect him to take care of me in this way. All these things you're expecting this other person to do, now you're starting to add emotional attachment to this person's actions. And that's going to cause you to be bothered when they don't execute. So just detach from those expectations. The next thing is respectfully prioritize self-fulfillment. You are a free agent. He's a free agent. You both are here on this team because you're having a good time. So have a good time until you're not having a good time. That's it. When you want to hang out with them, hang out with them. When you don't want to hang out with them, communicate that and don't hang out with them. Don't prioritize their feelings, their emotions, their wants and needs over your own. Now, listen, I am not advocating for a person being a jackass and you just not being considerate of that person's wants and needs. They are a friend and you are relatively considerate of your friend's wants and needs. But remember, this is your time to be selfish. You are both here so that you can be selfish. You want sex, you want intimacy, you want to have a good time and experience life with another person, but you are not ready to commit to another person. So you're getting the next best thing, and that is a friend, a really good friend that you get to share these things with. But you're just sharing these things because you want to share these things. Nobody's obligated to do anything, right? So it's okay to be selfish. Prioritize self-fulfillment. Prioritize what makes you feel good in those moments. Live in the moment. Be free. Next thing, this one's going to be a little harder, and this is to not overindulge. Be disciplined. I am super guilty of overindulging. And by that, I mean spending every day with this person, making them a part of all your plans, most of your plans, just involving them in all aspects of your life. I am very comfortable in that. I enjoy that. I don't mind that. I can operate in that space. But what I've realized is that a lot of people cannot operate in that space. And when you are operating in that space with a person who is not able to operate in that space, it's not a bad thing on their part. It just means that that is not a space that they're cool with operating in. So you have to also, if you notice that, you have to put the brakes on. You have to be disciplined, maintain emotional space between the two of you so that both of you guys can continue to have fun and nobody has to get hurt. The last thing, I'm really bad at this too, is adopting a live and let live mindset. What does that look like? That looks like, it kind of piggybacks off the first, like not placing expectations on a person, but basically allowing yourself to be okay with them doing things that you may not necessarily want to occur. By that, I mean they're involved with 5 other people. All right, maybe that's a lot for you, right? You're like, that's way too much. But live and let live. That's not your concern, right? You're only concerned with what's going on with you. So in order to keep yourself safe, you can be using protection. You can have them get tested a certain amount of time, ever so often, whatever. Whatever makes you feel comfortable in your sexual situation, do that, speak on that. But whatever it is that they are doing outside of you, like let's say they're spending too much money on other friends with benefits relationships, not your concern. Live and let live. Now, it's not to say you cannot offer advice to your friend about overspending on their situations or overspending, period. But remember, that's not your significant other. That's just a person you're spending significant time with. So what they do in their own life is on them. And all you can do is be a good friend and offer the words that you can. They can either take the advice or they can leave it. But you're living and letting them live. So they're free to make their own mistakes. They are free to do their own stuff, and you cool. That's your attitude on it. So that's going to do it, guys. That's all I have on developing that no strings attached mindset. Of course, if you have any further questions or you would like me to provide more of my personal experience with this, I have a lot. Feel free to ask in the comments. I have no problem answering those questions for you. But as always, guys, until the next video, be free, have fun, be safe, and enjoy.